morning from my little chateau near Pau. It's the next day now, and I thought, well, you probably don't want to watch me spend the entire day unpacking boxes. So then now I'm going to, I've got up early and I'm going to set up the watering for the vegetable garden before it gets too warm. It's going to be about 36 later, so I thought I'd get up and get that going. It's also quite nice to be up early because, the dog, my dog Ella, she can have a little walk around before it gets too hot. So this is my sweet little vegetable garden. Okay, here we go. Right, before I've sent Edwin to switch water on, but before he does that, I'm going to grab a couple of tomatoes for lunch. Which I've just noticed that some of these cherry tomatoes are ripening up as well. Get that one. I should have brought a colander with me. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Lovely. Also going to see if any of the bigger ones are ready. Can't see any right now. Going to have so many though. Fabulous. I'm not complaining. I just step back a bit. You can see some of the plants are escaping beyond the vegetable garden, and I think this is a cucumber. Right. I think I'll have you for my lunch today, but I might have to come back with a knife for that one. What do you think, Ella? Are you impressed with the vegetable garden so far? Yeah. Let's go around this side. Have a look at the baby pumpkins. Oh, there we go. You can just see one in there. Oh my goodness, I just spotted another enormous courgette. I'm going to have to come back with a knife, I think. You can just see the chateau now. Also, in the winter, I'm going to just cut back some of these bushes so I can see the vegetable garden from the chateau. That'd be rather nice. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing jeans and boots and a long sleeve top in a heat wave in France, it's because the mosquitoes were terrible yesterday. I think it's because the chateau's been empty. No one's been living here, and there's been quite a lot of standing water in the water trough and in the sort of little mini fountain we've got, and I think they've just bred. And I had a quick Google this morning. The mosquitoes last 21 days, so hopefully they'll start dying off as I reduce their water supply. Great, off we go. So that works. And this is all set up by Daniel, my gardener, so big, oh, it stopped again. Oh no, we're off again. Big thanks to him for setting it all up and getting it going. His ingenious red bucket with stone. I'm going to leave this for, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes, and then come back, switch it off. There we go, looking good. And I think it's time for a cup of coffee and some stale baguette, which I always love a bit of stale baguette with some butter and jam. And yeah, I'm just very grateful at the moment for, well, the fact I'm living here. Yeah, I love it. I keep pinching myself. I can't quite believe it. Actually, I'm going to take a very quick detour just to show you this giant pink hibiscus next to what we're calling our gardener's cottage. Are you coming to, Ella? You see there's a drain there. I probably need to take that off and just check it's not full of mosquito larvae. But anyway, look at this. It's amazing. This giant hibiscus flower. next to the oleander. It's probably hard to tell the scale, but if I just put one of my little tomatoes, you can just see the size. They're huge. So peaceful here. Right, time for coffee. Ooh, dropped a tomato. In we go. Yes, it's a real mess. Right, next job is to water the pot. So that's slightly trickier because I have to hand carry the watering cans. But anyway, that's a good morning workout for me. My constant companion. I think she's enjoying her new garden. She can certainly roam around. Hydrangeas aren't looking too bad. Obviously there's been some sun damage. It's just been very dry here in this region. Usually it's quite a damp region, which is one of the reasons I chose it. But it's been particularly hot and dry so far this year. It's going to take me a while, but I love being outdoors. I'm a real outdoorsy person. I'm also a morning person, so doing this morning is not a chore for me. I'm also going to fill up a little bit of this water trough for the wildlife because I'm sure they're quite thirsty as well. We do have a pond, but I think they would appreciate a little bit of something to drink in this side of the garden. And I'm a geologist, actually. That's what I did my degree in, a couple of degrees, and I worked as a geologist. And I've just noticed this trough has got all these shell fossils in. How lovely is that? And I'll make sure I change that water every few days just to make sure there's no mosquitoes breeding in there. We have enough of those already. So this is our plumbago. I absolutely love the colours. Love this blue. Usually it's a little bit further on, but we actually had quite a cold snap here and it didn't like it very much. Anyway, it survived, and yes, beautiful flowers. Do a little hand weeding as I go. Yeah. So that's all the pots at the front watered and the vegetable garden watered. The roses are quite deep rooted. They don't need watering today. They pretty much survive even with this current heat wave. They do need deadheading, but I would love to deadhead them, but I have a lot of boxes to unpack instead, unfortunately. Okay. So that's the garden done, vegetable garden done. I'm just going to pop back later with a penknife and grab that cucumber and enormous courgette. Oh. Dragging this hose around is quite a workout, but that's okay. I'm in my early 50s now, so it's important to keep active, I think. This is our barn. You can see the cloud has cleared now. It's starting to get sunny. I'll show you the barn another video. We also have this fountain, which we call the frog fountain. And I should have, maybe you can just see one. There we go. Good morning, Mr. Frog. I hope you're eating your quota of mosquito larvae. Obviously, I need to clean this out and get the fountain going, but I need to do it carefully because I don't want to disturb the froggies. Here are my companions. We're just going to have a very quick walk around the garden before it gets too hot. So we've got some roses here and here. Unfortunately, this was a rose arch that came down during the storm, so that needs to go back up at some point, but the roses have survived. Ooh, duck underneath and out the other side. So this is another pond. We have several ponds, but I'll do a full garden tour later on. Anyway, the last bit I'll show you is you can just see here one of the trees that was uprooted. We'll probably have between 30 and 50 trees down. We haven't been able to get into the woods yet to assess it. But this lime tree came down and took out the rose arch with it. I thought, oh, there's a red tomato over there, but on closer inspection, it's actually an aubergine. And there's another one there as well, which is coming. So no tomatoes, or there might be something in there, but I'll leave that for another time. Just let me know what you'd like to see. During the summer it would mostly be sort of around Pau, but after that I hope to get out to different parts of southern France anyway, and go to some vacances, museums, castles, other chateaux, all that sort of thing. It's good to get out of my jeans, and right now Edwin is hoovering what is going to be the gym, and then I'm going to clean the shelves and unpack some of our books onto the shelves. So this is the piece of furniture I bought in Dorking, if you remember, which I still absolutely love. It looked quite big in the shop, and it looked quite big in our old house, but here it was quite tiny. But yes, I absolutely love it, especially this Wedgwood inlay. It's really beautiful. Okay, I'll show you what the salon looks like at the moment. Boxes. There we go. Ella has to get used to her new home as well, don't you, Ella? Mm? There's Ella, overseeing everything. Right, so it's a process of mopping, dusting and unpacking. It feels really good to get everything out of boxes. Excellent. I'm going to reread this after my recent visit to Château. And I love this book as well. First with the Wind for France. It actually made me cry last time I read it, and I'd like to reread it again this year if I get time. Differential equations, I might give that a miss. Statistics in Dutch, can't think of many worse things to be reading, if I'm honest. My collection of Daphne du Maurier books, which I absolutely love. I definitely would like to reread these at some point. And anyone from the Netherlands will recognise this Annie Schmidt book. It's a very famous children's book from the Netherlands. Yeah. Coming along nicely. My favourite window in the whole world with this view, and I can also pass the shopping through it. It's my family just back from the supermarket. Right, first pass of organised kitchen. Yeah, so this is the main square, well, part of the main square in Pau, on the Boulevard des Pyrénées. So normally from here you get a lovely view of the Pyrenees, but not today. They are hiding in the mist. So yesterday we had the Tour de France here in Pau, but it was so hot we didn't make it. I have to say, we will have to do it again next year when, fingers crossed, they will also host the Tour de France. Looks like they're just taking down some of the signage from Tour de France. As I say, I'll do a proper Pau tour, but probably not today because I have my teenagers with me and they will get very upset with me if I keep stopping to film. Anyway, it feels really lovely to be back in France, back in Pau, my new home. It's a beautiful city. It's just the right size, not too big, not too small. Has the mountains, not too far from the coast. Yeah, I just love it here. It's just great to be back. It's 6 months since I was here. Last time it was Christmas time, so yeah, it's really, really lovely.